Good morning, everyone. A 2010 Ford Fusion hybrid vehicle. I received a call yesterday about it. I haven't dealt with the guy. This is my first car with him. He was on his way to AutoZone to buy a battery because they had checked it for him and they told him his small battery need replacement. Well, it might be, but it wasn't gonna fix his problem. Customers concerned when the car is cold, it drives fine, but once it's warm up a little bit, starts some kind of slipping. It doesn't move. He has to um, stop it and wait for it to cool down and then start again. And I told him on the phone, I bet you is gonna be have to do something with the cooling system for the hybrid. So he came by yesterday and we scanned it and we looked at some codes, and he wanted me to fix it for him. And now we're here. We're looking at. I scanned the vehicle. P0A7C Motor Electric over temperature. P1A14 Hybrid Power Control Module. Transmission disabled. That's probably the cause of the vehicle not moving when it gets warm. And the transmission has a generator inverter over temperature, component or system over temperature, and that's a P0A3E-98, and we have a P0A562-04 system voltage low, system internal failure. ABS, airbag, and again the car is an auction vehicle. They buy sell cars. We do have the check engine light is on. Let's look at the computer, look at the description for this code and see where we can start our checking. I told him it might be as simple as a fuse, it might be as complicated as a engine control module or hybrid system control module. So let's check it out. Well, this is crazy. I cannot find any of these codes here in all data. What do we say? P0A7C. I cannot find it. I have 7D and 7E. We don't have 7C, motor electric over temperature. And the other one with this second code, sorry for the glare, it's a sunny day here in Dallas. Actually, we're in Fort Worth. But this P1 this P1A14 Hybrid Powertrain Control Module transmission disabled. This is not a cause. This is an outcome of one of these codes. I tried this code, it didn't come out. I tried the other one, also I couldn't find it in all data. P0A3E. P0A3E. P0A3. Don't have it. I tried to search here and I have 12 results. Powertrain control mission, okay. 0A7C. Let's try this. Testing and inspection. That's it. Let's go back. About here. This is one P10183. 0183. That has nothing to do with P. No, it's not here. It's giving me irrelevant search results. Alright, in this case, what do you do? What I do, I think it has something to do with the cooling system of that hybrid. So let's pull up some wiring diagrams, see what controls that water pump, and if there is any fuse or wiring harness, see powers and grounds, check it out, check operation of that vehicle, of that component, and take it from there. I think that's what it is. Whatever description we're gonna get, that's the checking we're gonna have to do. Now I want to look at some live data and focus here. Probably electric motor electronics coolant pump, and here false. This is, I think, for the fan in the back. Right here also coolant pump on. Electric motor electronic coolant pump on. High voltage battery power off request. It's false now. I'll bring you guys back if there is any changes, but meanwhile this is false, this is on. Meanwhile I'm gonna look up for some wiring diagram for this motor electric coolant pump. I think that's the water pump right there for the hybrid system. So I raised the vehicle. We're gonna remove that protective piece, the mud flap, and get a better access to it. See if the harness unplugged or anything. I don't think so, but we'll check it out. Well, after raising the vehicle, safety first, of course, put on a jack stand and removing a couple of screws, we have a better look and a better access to it right here. And that's the harness for it. Ooh. 2 wires harness. So let's check if we can find a description of operation and see what controls that pump that comes on. Is it on all the time? And see if we have powers and grounds when key off or key on. Well, the key is off right now, and we have ground and we have ghost voltage on the other pin. So let's go to the computer. But so far I found the picture for the pigtail, and here it says pin number 1 is ground. We have that, and pin number 2 says relay coolant supplement heater. So since it's 2 wires only, one of the checks that I want to do, I want to give it 12 volt and see if that pump comes on. And you guys can listen to this. You hear it? It's on, off, on. So the pump is good. So this is the schematic for the pump, and you guys won't believe it, I found it in the air conditioning sections, but it's okay, I found it. This is auxiliary coolant flow pump. Ground we have. This line is the one that controls it. This line comes from that relay that we read earlier on the pigtail description. Now that pin, that relay is controlled by two lines, one from fuse 47 10 amp, and the other one, which is this leg right here, this gray one, and the other gray and blue is controlled by the powertrain control module. So we either have a problem with this. Let's check the fuse. This is the easiest one to go to, and if not, we have to warm up the vehicle and wait for it. Look at some live data, make sure that it gets a command to go on, and watch this pin, and we might just have a bad relay. We'll check it out. Fuse 47 right here, 10 amp, should be this red one right here. Okay, we don't have anything here. Where is that? Let's see what we get. Check equipment. Oh, I have audio off. Alright. Let's look at it one more time, see if that is on with the key on. Here it says hot on, start or run, so I just put the key on. This fuse is good. So 42 is heater pump relay. 42 is here, the second one right here. Let's pull it, see what we have here. Or we can just replace it with this backup lamp relay, 41. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna put my probe to that pin in the bottom and put the sound on and sit in the car, make sure this system gets to temperature, take a look at the live data, and also delete the codes and scan the vehicle, see if the codes come back on. Isn't that crazy? Let me shut the noise off. We do have the pump on, and you guys hear it? That's the same pin that we had that goes to voltage on. Alright, let's go verify our fix. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace this tail lamp, whatever, relay with the one we are, you know, suspecting that it's bad. Right here. This one goes here. I'm gonna sit in the car, make sure this system gets to temperature, and see if that check engine light comes back on, if that's gonna disable the transmission again. And I already cleared all the codes from the system, the engine and the transmission. We're back here at the Ford Fusion 2010 hybrid, and customer said the thing happened again. So I scanned the car, and we have two codes we need to look at. Actually, it's one. It might be causing the other one. This one right here, generator inverter over temperature, component or system over temperature. This time we're going to actually, last time I told the owner to drive it, and I called him after 3-4 hours. He said he drove it. It's fine. It didn't happen. Yesterday he was supposed to sell the car, and he said it happened again when they were test driving the vehicle. And I asked him, did you really drive it the first time when I asked you after the repair? He said not really. So today I'm going to warm it up myself and drive it. Meanwhile, we're hooking up the vehicle. We're gonna watch some live data and take it from there, see what codes come other than these. But I'm concerned about this one for now. I think the overheating issue is disabling the transmission control module. This time I am in the transmission, and we're looking at, right now the vehicle doesn't have any codes. Fuel cutoff signal is not a shutdown. Generator inverter phase temperature 65. Generator shutdown for vehicle system not shut down. Transmission control module hazard warning off. Engine coolant temperature, just in case, 168. Generator coil temperature 78. Generator shut down for powertrain control module not shut down. Transmission control module caution off, and transmission fluid temperature 89, 91, 90. So we're gonna take a screenshot of here and drive the vehicle, warm it up, and see if a code comes on and what of these data pads is gonna change. Well, these are the numbers after driving the car for 5 minutes. I'm gonna keep driving it until something changes, but these are another set of numbers that we need to look at for comparing it with the other values. We're going to do a 10-minute interval screenshot, and everything seems to be normal, steady, except what I'm noticing right here. Generator inverter phase temperature. We started around here, and when we rev it up, we go to maximum 175, then started to be maximum 180, 195, and it even passed 200, 205. So we're gonna keep an eye. Right now I'm on a traffic light. Now it's green. Where's this? When I give it a gas, see, it goes all the way up. So this is an intermittent problem, and again, so far we're 15 minutes to driving it, nothing happened. See, now 205. We're gonna keep an eye on here. Here's another actually it's 15-minute interval screenshot. This time I noticed the bottom one, the transmission fluid temperature is rising. I have to look at the computer and see what's the allowed normal operating temperature between what and what. And one other piece of information, actually two. Before I moved, I touched the water pump in the bottom with my hand, and I felt vibration that it's working. That doesn't mean it's working properly. And the other thing, the owner said that you might need to take it on the highway, drive over 60, because that's when it happens. So we'll do that right now. We're cruising at 65, and the temperature, transmission fluid temperature, got to 170. The generator inverter phase temperature got to 240, 245. I'm hitting the gas right now. 244, 246. Generator coil temperature also went up 175. Now I let go of the gas, see what comes down, what stays up. just happened with me right here. What do we have? 183, 176, and this one got to 250. So let's take the right lane. Watching the generator coil temperature says 183. So let me, shoulders ugly right here. It's really dirty. Let me find a good spot. I have no acceleration. Okay. So 183, 175 probably, and 250, 240. Okay. So scanning the vehicle, now we have some current codes. P0A3E 98. Generator inverter over temperature, that's the current. And system voltage low, system material failure, no, not current, no. Oh, we have here in the engine also hybrid powertrain control module, transmission disabled. Current code. So these two that we had before as history now became current. And the vehicle has a check engine light right now, and it's not started. Park, neutral, nothing. Start, it's not nothing. So another piece of information for you guys. I went outside, light under the vehicle, and filled the water pump for the hybrid system. This one is not working this time. It was working when we started, but now it's not working. So I think the water pump is malfunctioning right now. I think I'm gonna call the owner and tell him to get me one. After doing a little bit of research on them, they tend to fail. The vehicle has about 100,000 miles, actually 80,000 miles, and yeah, that system, the temperature was going up. So I'm gonna call a water pump for now, and we're gonna replace it, see if that's gonna make any difference. Because as I said before, this code, generator inverter over temperature, is causing the hybrid powertrain control module, the transmission, to be disabled. So I think if we fix this one, we're gonna get to the other one. One thing I wasn't able to do, actually, put this data pit with the other ones that we were watching, and the reason why this one is located in the engine control module data display. The other ones were in the transmission. What I was gonna do, actually take a look at this, see if the command was on, and it's definitely on. And when I went outside on the highway, I just touched it and it wasn't working at all. Let's check it out one more time here, since we're on a less busy or dangerous street. Yeah, now it's working. Now it's working. I can feel it. It's pumping. The weird thing, I do feel the flow of the coolant, and it seemed to be strong. Actually, I don't have no weird noise or anything. Let me floor the vehicle, see if I have it. So far, we're driving on, cruising on 70 mile per hour, and these are values right here. I added two data pits to them, And I also put up some of the other ones that are not relevant at this moment. I just put them to compare with the previous shot that we took when we had the problem. So far we're 10 minutes to drive in the vehicle. We're gonna give it another 20 minutes, half an hour, and see if that was a fix. Well, we just came back with from a 30-minute test drive, and the only thing that the only light that came on is the fuel light. This is the part that they got us, Encore, and this is the part number if you guys are interested. The old one is right here, and we're going to call this a fix. Thank you guys for watching.